still plugged in on the ground down there? Well, good afternoon, Raider Nation. We are back live from Vidalia, Georgia, Game 2 of the Best of 3 series. Your Lady Raiders were defeated 3-1 in Game 1. Had an opportunity late. I'll discuss that a little more as we get going here. Here's Game 2. Gracie Hand is on the mound for the Lady Raiders. Katie Johnson behind the plate. Strozier at third. AJ at shortstop. Adams at second. Clement at first. Doodle Johnson in right field. Zoe Hodges in center. And Olivia Screws in left field. Pretty solid ball game for both clubs. Lady Raiders leave about 6 stranded, maybe 7. I may have missed one in that game, losing 3-1. A couple opportunities late. Again, like I said, had no outs with runners at second and third. Again, trailing 3-1 and unable to advance any of the runners home. Had 3 strikeouts in a row after we were able to get them on, and that's just unfortunate. Not to rub it in or make these girls feel any worse than they already do. But that was an opportunity there lost. But we're going to get things started here. Big series, and I'll mention that again if you're just joining us for Game 2. Talking about the playoffs, where things stand. Ball 1 there, low in the zone. As Poole, the pitcher of record for Game 1, comes to the plate. Ball just a bit outside. Again, if you're joining us, we have a couple different, just joining us here in Game 2, I have a couple different angles for the first time in an away game. Looks kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. Ball just outside again by Gracie Hand. He's got to zoom in more than that. See, I told him at one time I thought you were too close, but he's too far away. You wasn't too close. He needs to tighten in. I don't know how we're going to tell him. Maybe get his attention and say, is he looking? Sorry about the volume issue there. I turned it down, trying to communicate with my next investment will be some headsets so we can talk with one another. I'm trying to get that camera angle like we want it, and the zoom looks pretty good there from the outfield. We'll swap back over. Runner aboard as we walk that first at bat. Batter Poole Johnson comes to the plate. She was 2 for 2 with 2 base hits and 2 walks. Hopefully that loss didn't take the air out of our Lady Raiders. Again, the real important part about this series is the team that takes this is guaranteed a 1 or 2 seed in the state tournament next week. The loser of this series, swing and a miss by 8. The loser will be guaranteed the 3 or 4 spot. And that's where the problems, you run into problems. Number 1, you go on the road immediately for the state tournament. And the biggest issue is if we're a 4 seed, first round we're going over to Region 3, and that would be Dodge County. That'd be a tough obstacle there in the first round of the state playoffs. And if we are a 3 seed, first round we'd face a team that we might could handle, but the second round we would likely face Harlem, Harlem, just a few miles southwest of Augusta. And those are 2 perennial power schools like us. They have some dominant pitching, though, that would make it difficult for the Lady Raiders. to progress to Columbus. So again, a very important series for both of these teams. Another ball a little high. Gracie needs to settle down here. She walks her first two batters with no outs here. Bree Harper started game one, pitched into the fourth inning, and Sadie Adams came in and finished it out, and she did a really good job, just like Bree did. Unfortunately, we gave up a couple runs, too many altogether, but it wasn't so much the pitching and defense as it was, and again, we just needed some timely hitting. Good crowd from Bacon County, I expected no less, as well as the home crowd. Want to give a shout out to, well, let me tell you the backstory. In game one, there were several balls fouled deep left into the parking lot area near my truck, and I kept talking, well, it's going to get it this time, it's going to get it this time. Well, it did get a vehicle, and it's a Bacon County vehicle. I'm sorry to say it is a, well, it's good to say, I guess. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I'll give a shout out to Mr. John Hughes, probably a client of his that's going to have some repair done to their vehicle. As a softball did hit a car, put a goose egg dent, I should say, not a bump. This ball was hit to Strozier. She's unable to make the play at third as the runner was too quick to get there. We do get an out at first base, and number 13 gets the fielder's choice. Sacrifice, however you want to call it there. Really a sacrifice, I would say. It would savor the at-bat. Kraft comes to the plate. Kraft had a double and two ground outs, her at-bats in the first game. Second and third with one out. Again, I want to welcome you to the NFHS network. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Ball high in the zone. I think she needs to go after her here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cook on deck. This ball is lifted into right field. Could be trouble. And it's down. And she attempts to make the play. 2 runs are going to score easily. Runner headed to third, and she will have a stand-up triple. And 3-0 quickly. Excuse me, 2-0 here quickly. Probably, a double, but because of the dive. By Doodle. This ball is bunted. Two to nothing quickly here in the top of the first inning. And that was just almost really a C&I single that turned into a triple down that right field line. I didn't switch the camera angle. I apologize. And that was a squeeze play right there. If that bat had touched the ball, she was coming home. Real aggressive play there by the coach from Vidalia. And why not? You're up one game, up 2 runs here, top of the first. Only 1 out. Base hit up the middle. It's going to score a run. Bratton, number 4, comes to the plate. Had a strikeout, a walk. First game. I want to thank our athletic title sponsors, or title sponsors for the 2018-19 athletic school year: Coda Electric and Plumbing Supply, Family Vision Care, and Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Foul ball. I had to readjust our camera there behind the backstop. Swing and a miss. Strikeout would be much appreciated here with Toffman on deck. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Had a chance to get her there. Nice throw by Johnson. Again, I was discussing earlier, she doesn't have a real strong arm yet. That's something that we can develop and work on. Pretty good defensive catcher for us. .22 Toffman comes to the plate, 2 outs, 1 on. Good looking pitch. I'm not sure what the problem was. Might have been just a tad inside. There's a foul ball. Takes a little something off of it. See if the catcher can get to it. Unable to make the play. The ball kept